So Lou, I've been meaning to ask you, how did you come to write that song, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly?
Well, I didn't really write it, but she thought that it would have a better chance if her name wasn't attached to it.
She? Who's she?
I met her on the train. I was going from Sydney to Melbourne, and she got on and she just stood out. She had this sort of perfect pantsuit, perfectly ironed, and this big red hair as though she'd just got it set that morning. She wasn't your normal country link patron, and she was about 60. I didn't start talking to her until we were in the buffet car and we were in the queue and she was just in front of me. We were getting our hot lunches and we started up a conversation and I heard that she had an American accent, so I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from Nashville." And I said, "Nashville?" So many of my favourite musicians are from Nashville, and gee, you must have seen some amazing shows. You've probably seen Dolly Parton play. You've probably seen her play heaps of times. You've probably even met Dolly Parton. And it was really strange. As soon as I said Dolly Parton, her face changed, a wall went up, and her eyes went cold, and she just turned away and paid for her hot lunch and walked past me without a word. And I didn't know what I'd done wrong. I was sitting back in my seat, she was across the aisle from me, and I had my headphones on and was eating my lunch, and she leaned across and touched me on the arm. So I took my headphones off and she said, "Look, I'm really sorry about back at the buffet car. I've been in Australia having a lovely holiday and all you Aussies have just been so friendly to me, and what do I do but I turn around and I'm downright rude." And I said, "Oh, that's fine, don't worry about it. I clearly touched a nerve." And she said, yes, you did touch a nerve." And then she said, "But hold on, I haven't even introduced myself." And I leaned over and said, "Well, I'm Lucy Lehmann." And she said, "My name's JOLENE."
JOLENE?
Yeah. JOLENE. It's a long train trip. It's 11 hours. And so we had plenty of time to talk about the love triangle that she was involved in with her and Dolly Parton and the man.
Oh, come on, you have to tell us.
No, I promised, I shouldn't have even said this much. I promised her I wouldn't. But I can tell you about the first time she heard Dolly Parton's song, JOLENE. She was sitting in the hairdresser. They've got the radio going and she hears JOLENE, JOLENE. And she's sitting there going, this isn't happening. And the song goes on and every word just cuts her. She just, without thinking, she just gets up and she runs out of the salon with foils and the raincoat on and everything. And as soon as she got home, she just grabbed her guitar. From start to finish, she said it just poured out of her. And in 20 minutes, she just wrote a song, a reply song to Dolly Parton's song about her. And as soon as she said that, I just had to hear the song. And she said that she always knew it was a good song, and when she wrote it, she took it round to quite a few record labels in Nashville. They said, "It's a top song, it's a hit, it's a #1, and we're not touching it." Because, Dolly Parton isn't a woman you mess with. And at that time in Nashville, she probably still is, but back then she was like the godfather of Nashville. And if you crossed her, you'd be on the blacklist forever. I sent Jolene a copy of my recording and she loves it. We stay in touch. We send each other Christmas cards every year.
Keep in contact.
Yeah. And it's actually my recording has inspired her to get back into songwriting.
Well, let's hear the song.
Okay.
Dolly, Dolly, Dolly.
Not the man for you. Can't you see what he's reduced you to? Your mama's heart would break to see you here. Your clothes a mess, your makeup streaked with tears. She'd say, Daddy, go get your shotgun. Finish what that worthless man begun. Dolly, 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 don't you see? Your man's got a bad streak just like me. Dolly, he's a wolf who hunts to kill. If I don't take him, Dolly, some other woman will. Dolly, I made my choice way back when. I've been lying in it since my first man. He took more than my virginity, and God knows he passed his badness on to me. So leave us in this homemade hell. Sometimes say a prayer for that green eye.